listening to American Slacker Podcast with Matt Gertz and Jesse Landers.
I really dislike pickles and pickle juice and mustard too, but that's aside for the story. This story involves pickles. Now imagine anything that you hate the most in the world that you would hate to taste. Replace that with any time I say pickles or pickle juice in this story. Now, Matt, what's something that you really don't like?
Oh, I fucking despise tuna. Fucking tuna sandwiches, man. Anybody that eats them in public around other people should fucking just smack themselves in the face.
It's definitely a very stinky food, not one you want to bring on a plane.
Dude, yeah, that's what I imagine is, like, that's a person that nobody wants to be friends with.
They're going to have, like, a fried onion and, like, and a fucking thing of pickle juice, and in your case, a stinky tuna sandwich stinking up a plane. That would just be like a trifecta of disgusting smells. Just think of, so this is what we're trying to set the scene for here, is we're trying to picture the grossest thing that you can imagine. In Matt's case, that's tuna sandwiches. In my case, pickle juice. So there's these products out there that supposedly would make your tuna sandwiches taste not like tuna sandwiches, but something else. These are, you can order them online. They're from Japan. They're called like magic flavor berries. And now it would make your tuna sandwiches taste like, I don't know, like ice cream or something. You know, it would take something that tastes fishy and make it taste sweet.
Yeah, a reversal of your taste buds.
Yeah, so you're supposed to, like, work them around your mouth and stuff, and, like, it's supposed to change all that flavor. So I tried out a couple of things when I got them. I tried, like, some lemon juice, and that just tasted sour, you know, like a warhead or whatever. And then I tried some hot sauce, and that tasted fine. It didn't really taste like anything besides hot sauce. So I was like, all right, I'm not impressed so far if these things are actually going to work for me. My mouth is getting getting watery talking about this. It's pretty bad. I was like, all right, let's go for gold. I'm gonna try the pickle juice. And now what I didn't realize was pickle juice is so much stronger than actual pickles.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know that.
I wouldn't do it.
As a non-pickle eater, I didn't even know that. That's what I was.
It's vinegar. It's like
I was talked about. I was told afterward, you know, that not even like the strongest pickle lovers even do that necessarily. You have to like really like the flavor of pickles or whatever.
And there is benefits. I forget what it is, but people do drink it, like, or it might be a myth actually even, but people, like, I've known people have drank pickle juice.
Right.
Ugh.
Right.
I'm
so
just getting the cringe right from thinking about this.
So I take a swig, and my body immediately rejects it.
Ha! Like projectile vomiting, or like what kind of rejection are we talking here?
Like run to the sink that was like 3 feet away from me in the kitchen, and like just like spit it all out along with the Tabasco and the lemon juice, and just so many horrible flavors coming out, and none of them altered by the damn flavor berries. I would not endorse them. They're like magic flavor berries. They're supposed to be like, I don't know, maybe we got a bunk batch and like they were just really crappy, or I didn't do them right or something, but it just did not work out well.
Hey, You heard it here, people. American Slacker Podcast. Don't order any magic berries online.
Yeah,
they're not magic.
I sound like a dude in a fable. It's like, oh, they sold me these magic berries that make pickles taste like fudge. I got duped by some like witch down the lane or something.
Yeah. Imagine that would make dieting really fun for people because it's like you could just like eat the same thing and it would taste like something else at least.
Right? And I mean, if you've had these flavor berries and you had like a different experience with them at all, right on our wall, our Facebook wall, or like if you think of something even more disgusting than pickle juice that people eat that you wouldn't want, write that on our wall. We're gonna post something when we put the episode up. And that brings us to our intro. Welcome to American Slacker.
Hey guys, what is going on?
I'm Jesse.
And I'm Matt.
And we're here to provide you the dankest news and craziest fight news and maybe some creepy Halloween shit at the end if you want to stick around. Because we are getting into October.
Well, it is almost that time of the year. My favorite time of the year because Halloween, I don't know about you, but Halloween's like my favorite holiday.
Oh,
like,
hell yeah.
Since I hit adulthood, like...
I've been a big Halloween fan for a while. I celebrate it the whole month. We're in the Halloween spirit because it's getting invaded by Thanksgiving and Christmas. We gotta like take the front of the month and give it all to Halloween.
Well, man, like up here, like in Albany, like there's like a whole weekend like celebration. The bars are great for the whole weekend at least. Sometimes it's a whole week, and like there's Nightmare on Pearl, like. Where all the bars are themed and there's costume contests. It's amazing, man. I really dig it. Like that's what I mean by adulthood. Like I love the whole bar scene, like and going out to like different like places. Like it's great, man.
Hell yeah, man. I've like really missed the New York Halloween scene. The hayrides, all the crazy costumes and bars and stuff like that. They don't do it so much out here, at least in Northern California. I hear that in LA and stuff. There's a lot of they're like haunted like scavenger hunts and like that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, I bet.
And I'm sure they have some pretty crazy parties down there too. I just haven't been invited yet.
Gotta spread the web, get out there and network.
I had to step that game up. It's almost I got a month. Anyone knows anything crazy going on, let us know. Well, they got Universal down there. That's always kind of cool. I know they deck their stuff out for Halloween.
Oh yeah, man.
But back to some of our beginning intro material here. One thing I want to mention, we went over 100 downloads.
Yes, thank you everybody that is even listening to this or. Even if you don't listen to the whole episode, subscribing is thank you. Thank
right.
You.
If you got
time out of your day.
If you got to this point in this episode, we thank you. Even if you haven't listened to any of the other ones.
Yeah. Hey, any point is a point to pick up, and we're gonna continue to bring new content. It'll try to be relevant, and if it's not relevant, it'll be worth it for not being relevant.
Absolutely, and also, this happens to be a special day that we're recording on. This is International Podcasting Day.
Yeah, which I mean, I know you are as well, but I'm so proud to this new hobby, this new thing that we're doing. I love it. I love listening to podcasts. All the other fellow podcasters that we're starting to network with. I mean, it's great.
Yeah, definitely. I'm just happy that we jumped on early enough to I guess early enough in the year so that we could be recording an episode on this day. It's definitely it's something that we want to keep going for a little bit. We're having fun with it.
Yeah.
And it's a cool community too.
It's a great community, yeah. I can't wait to go to some of the events, the PodCons, and there's like cruises, like that cruise I sent you that's like a podcast and networking cruise.
That'd be awesome. We would be swimming in some pools, maybe swimming in some dumpster pools.
Speaking of dumpster pools,
you don't want to swim in a pool full of dumpster garbage?
No. Especially not in Philadelphia, from what I hear.
Just me? Okay. Yeah, we're getting into our first bit of news here. The new trend of the summer, swimming in dumpsters. The Philadelphia has gotten to the point where they've banned their these creations. Apparently, it started out in Brooklyn. There was a company that decided it would be a good idea. The company's called Mccarthy. They decided it would be a good idea to refurbish these dumpsters with lining on the inside and then make like a little pool, because they figured, hey, there's not enough like pools in New York City, and I guess the trend caught on, and Philadelphians are doing it as well.
But weren't they renting them from like private waste management companies?
Yeah, this guy didn't order one from the company. He just took it upon himself to like order a dumpster and like line it and like bungee cord around the damn thing. and he's got like a whole bunch of inflatable giraffes, which is kind of cool. We'll try and get that picture up. He looks really proud of his creation.
Well, I bet he's like the G of the neighborhood. I mean,
yeah, he actually he got some notoriety in the public neighborhood, because I guess it was like a block party where they were doing this originally, and the mayor actually now has banned all dumpster pools because they just don't want that happening in Philadelphia.
well, I can see why. I mean, there's like an easy way a kid could drown in that. I mean,
I guess
there's some reasoning. I mean, but we always know how that goes with fun. Fun gets shut down real quick.
We can only go as fast as the slowest person, I guess. Yeah, it looks like they're having a good time though. There's like at least a dozen or so people there. Oh wow, a lot more. Yeah, it was a good sized block party where they're doing.
It reminds me like it could have been like a Hey Arnold episode,
Right? It's like, pull the dumpster over. Gerald like drags it over with a bunch of the other kids.
And his grandpa like helps him like create a dumpster pool like he did with the ice rink. I remember that episode like pretty well.
You know what? You're kind of right, because it says that they filled the pool with a fire hydrant, so that does seem something like the grandpa in Hey Arnold would do.
Yeah, that's how he created the ice rink format so they could play ice hockey.
Right? Oh, man. So, yeah, that article comes off of Mashable, and the original Brooklyn one came off of Gawker, of all places.
Oh, yeah. Always good. Quick breeze by will always entertain you.
Now, what do we have in store for us now? We have dumpster pools.
Well, we're going to go from dumpster pools to a hapless monkey single-handedly triggers a nationwide blackout in Kenya.
Oh.
All right, so...
He wasn't playing in a dumpster pool, was he?
No. The little guy is believed to be a little vervet monkey, which they're pretty small. They're only, like a 20-pound monkey, similar to a macaque monkey.
It's a what? A vervet?
Yeah, vervet. And so it's, the smaller family, the ones that live in trees, Anyway, so he somehow was climbing on a roof, and then he jumped off, and he landed on a transformer and tripped it. Now, he probably got a little bit of a jolt from that and everything.
Oh, hell yeah.
He ended up surviving. So before people get upset, he ended up surviving.
We don't have our Harambe on our hands here, do we?
No, not another Harambe. So calm down with the memes already, people.
Yep.
So what happened is it set off a chain reaction, and it caused the machines at the power station to overload, and it caused a huge national blackout, man. So, I mean, this little monkey, it's quite the ordeal.
Oh, man. Does he have superpowers now?
Right? I would like to see a future article with tests on this monkey. Maybe we need to get him into a government-paid facility, preferably from the United States of America, because we control things pretty well.
Yeah, we should get that monkey over here. I'm sure he's got some sort of electrical powers now, or maybe he runs fast like the Flash. Who knows? Maybe,
oh my God.
Maybe he swings from tree to tree like a lightning bolt somehow.
Yeah, man. Maybe, he has the control and he can just, like, grab a banana midair and pull it to him.
Maybe it's a Wolverine situation where he can withstand, because he took a pretty big hit, I'm assuming, from that Transformer.
Oh, dude, could you imagine?
So maybe he was
I know
already
nothing about energy ratings, but I could only imagine what a central station for power.
Oh yeah.
What kind of force that would be? Oof.
So maybe it's a Wolverine situation. He's already invincible through just like no fault of his own. He's super mutant monkey, and
Genetically
he gets
modified by nature.
Yep, and then he gets hit by the transformer, now giving him electrical powers. It still hurts him, but he can survive it.
Huh. Super Curiously George. What?
Oh, I like it.
Or Super Curious George, rather.
I-
Curiously. Doesn't really work.
I don't
Don't
know.
call me on that. Calm down.
It's a test name. It's a work in progress.
We're working on it. Don't fucking steal that and make a comic book. If I see a comic book, I will fucking bring the best lawyer out of it.
No invincible monkeys with electric powers. That's already
Dibs right
Yep,
now.
calling it.
We
So
called it.
now I guess we're going from monkeys in Kenya to pit bulls in Montreal.
Yeah, which I love pit bulls, as you know. I have a pit bull. I have a red-nosed terrier. She's the best dog I've ever had in my life.
Such a cute dog. She thinks she's a lap dog.
I think she is a lap dog. She is not. She is 45 pounds.
Now, yeah, she's a sweet dog though. I've never seen her be anything more than gentle anytime that I've interacted with her.
And you know, I work with dogs a lot, and every pit bull I meet is the same characteristic wise. Like they're always gentle. It's all about the owner, and a lot of the people, you know, give it the bad label. Hence this article that you have stumbled across.
Yeah, from the Washington Post here, it reads, a dog fatally mauled Canadian woman 3 months ago. Now Montreal has banned pit bulls. Now, this is kind of odd to me because I've been to Montreal a couple of times, and from what I saw, I thought they were kind of on the up and up with stuff from the people I interacted with and talked to. But it seems that this is really misguided. There was a woman that was attacked by a dog, and I'm trying to remember if it said she was fatally attacked. I don't think she was. I'm pretty sure she survived. But essentially, a dog attacked an older woman, and the mayor of Montreal decided to sign legislation and that bans pit bull. Well, not bans pit bulls, but it puts very harsh restrictions on the people of Montreal who like already own pit bulls. You have to get a muzzle. You have to get a leash no longer than 4 feet.
Wow.
The muzzle has to be on the dog in public at all times. You have to register your pit bull, and which
you know the thing about the muzzle, man, is like muzzles can create aggression, especially with a large like a bully breed. Like that can actually make a dog pissed off, and I mean you can imagine why.
right? I'd be kind of pissed if I had a fucking muzzle on my face.
Yeah.
So the total cost they're saying that this would like end up costing someone was like roughly around like $400 to $600.
Oh wow.
And
Unreal.
and apparently there was a time that was the permit is $115, but along with the other things that you need to acquire, it can run up to $600 was the highest thing that I saw.
Yeah, that's crazy.
The window to register your dog was apparently 3 hours in the middle of a workday.
Huh. So most people probably miss their opportunity. How convenient.
Yeah.
That sounds like our country. Wow. Canada, shame on you for learning from us.
Yeah, man, Montreal, you gotta get your shit together on this. Well, there's something that you can do to help. Actually, before I even get to that, the whole interesting thing about this that I think is getting buried is the fact that the dog that bit the woman wasn't a pit bull; it was a boxer.
Yeah, and that's common. It's common. It happens a lot. The pit bull takes the rep for a lot of mixed breeds. And the dog could be anything, you know? I mean, you see, again, working with dogs, I see mixes all the time from rescues, and I see why, but come on now. You can't ban a breed. That's like racism with dogs.
Yeah, right?
Breedism.
Speciesism.
yeah, exactly.
That's a tough one to say. Yeah. So there is something you can do though if this is something that you're interested in overturning or at least speaking out against. There are numerous petitions online. Change.org, I believe, has one. You can go on, sign your name, tell them what country you're from, I believe, and put your email in. I think that's about all you have to do. It takes all of 30 seconds if this is something you want to speak out against, to go and sign your name against it, which is something I urge you to do if this is something that you're not cool with. So,
yeah.
Let's talk about something funny. What about something funny that could possibly kill us?
Well, I mean, speaking of funny that could kill us, a lot of people don't find it funny, though. I mean, there's that weird stereotype. But what's up with these clowns, man? What's going on? Why are we having clowns popping up everywhere? Why is this a fad that, like, everybody thinks, oh, let me go buy a clown? And also, dude, why are we not selling clown masks? Because you know those are going up right now. Like, those are selling like a hotcake right now.
I got to get on my stocks app and check out what red hair is going for right now. And the clown.
If you guys don't know about this, I mean, I assume everybody knows about this because this has been going on for quite a few months now. I think August is when the first clown popped up in South Carolina. But you can look on any site and you'll find wonderful articles about these clowns. And, you know, before I had really dove into it, I was like, why are we even concerned about this? These clowns are just, you know, goons trying to get attention, and, you know, they're running around with weapons or whatever, but nobody's been hurt. But now, apparently, I think it was like yesterday, 2 days ago, in Pennsylvania, a 16-year-old was killed by somebody wearing a clown mask. So now it's gotten real.
Damn.
So what I'm saying is, it's fucking open season on clowns, bitch.
Clowns, watch it. Well, see, that's racism against clowns. You can't just go after all the clowns. It's not every clown. It's just a couple clowns giving the other clowns a bad name. So what if
the government should issue a reward, fucking like $100 a clown head that you bring in.
Now let's not get rash. I'm not saying that right. I have giant feet in my closet and a red nose to go with it, but maybe you're making me a little nervous. Maybe I've been clowning on the side to pay a couple extra bills, you know?
All right. Keeping me rational. I feel you.
Or maybe that set of shoes and that red nose is to go out and scare people.
I might shoot a couple warning shots at a clown. I don't like the idea. I've never been fond of clowns. I'm not afraid of them, but I don't like the idea.
I mean, protect your property.
I mean, if you are going to fuck with somebody, a clown mask is probably the choice to go with.
You don't want seltzer all over your porch or whatever they're planning on doing. Pies.
Seltzer over my porch?
Yeah.
What kind of clowns are you talking about?
You know, the ones that come up and spray with a seltzer bottle and go, ha ha. Like,
I think these are the new age clowns, man. That's like, you're talking like 80s and 90s clowns. This is like a whole new generation of clowns that are mad at their parents' clowns.
Yeah, it seems that way. I actually saw a scary clown prank video earlier today where they had like a fake body set up, and this dude was in a parking garage, and when people came around the corner, he had a giant mallet and he smashed the head on the fake body, and it just like sprayed all over, and people screamed and ran. So yes, clowns, like I was talking a big game before I watched that video, but then after I watched that, I was like, all right, I can see how they catch you off guard, you know?
Oh, dude, that's funny you should mention that. I watched a video today as well where clowns were in the hood fucking around doing the same thing, smashing a dummy body's head.
Uh-oh.
And there was about 5 dudes, and they just ran up on the clowns and started beating the fuck out of the clowns. And the clowns had weapons, too, so they had like a bat and a sledgehammer and shit. The guys didn't care. They just ran up and started fucking beating the fuck out of them.
Right, I guess it really depends what the clown's holding, how many people I have with me, you know? If I think I can take... You know, if it's one-on-one solo clown, they have no weapon, they're at the end of a hallway, and I have a running start, maybe I could tackle him and be like, I'm going to rip that clown face right off. I'm going to find out who you are. Scooby-Doo this shit. Be like,
oh, dude.
Mr. Jenkins, the librarian.
The whole time?
Be like, and I would have got away with it, too, if it wasn't for you pesky kids.
You pesky kids.
Be like, wait, who? Why is the librarian in my house? It still doesn't explain this. You know?
Getting all crazy on a clown there, man.
But yeah, they'll sneak up on you.
Oh yeah. It's not cool. It's not cool if you're thinking about donning the clown mask. Don't do it. You're contributing to a whole fad, and fads get us into trouble. We all know that.
Maybe it's like a Batman thing, you know, and they're actually fighting crime, and they just don't know.
Until I see articles about this.
Except that guy in Pennsylvania, he was not. He was making crime. He was not fighting it.
You killed a minor, whoever you are, and I hope you get caught. You're giving the real clowns a bad rep.
Yeah, we got to remember the real clowns out there because they're real victims, not this murdered guy in Pennsylvania. It's those hard-working bozos and gonzos out there hitting the streets with their suitcases full of balloons and
coming to your kid's birthday party anytime you need.
But he might be going out at night and scaring people, so don't hire him.
Yeah, dude. Let's stop hiring clowns. No, I'm just kidding, people. The clowns got to work too.
You know what we should do? We should throw some clowns in the green corner and see how they fare out.
Ooh, go run a trial and error and see who really fares out to be true material.
Oh yeah, time for the green corner.
Fight. We had Fight Night 95 just happened, which, you know, Fight Night can be pretty weak. It could be a lot of the lesser known fighters or the new guys that are just coming up. Roy Nelson, Bigfoot Silva happened on the card, which I love Roy Nelson and I love Bigfoot Silva. And
Big Country Gravy Nelson.
Oh, dude, Big Country. How could you not like the guy? Look at that big old gut running around with that beard and the mullet for a little bit, like, and then the Obi-Wan Kenobi fucking ponytail. Like, dude, get out of here. Dude's fucking
keeping biscuits under his belly so he can eat them between rounds and just smothering gravy instead of water.
Yeah. Dude, yeah, his water bottles are filled with straight up beef gravy.
Country gravy.
There is no water. They're like, hydrate this man now.
He gets all his nutrients from animal fat. And it works. He's a badass motherfucker.
So bad. But Bigfoot's fucking awesome too. Like, I mean, he gets his name from a fucking size 16 foot. His foot's huge.
And a mythical creature.
Yeah. And a mythical creature. Badass Brazilian. Point being, and I mean, it was a great matchup. For Fight Night, I was very happy. I love Roy Nelson's knockout power, and Bigfoot's got the same thing going on. Heavyweights always, in general, like me and you, love the heavyweight matches. They're always more power. There's more of a chance that there's going to be a knockout, which we love.
And they're kind of unpredictable.
Oh, yeah, man. It can go either way, yeah. So it was an even matchup in the first round. You know, both guys had back and forth. Bigfoot landed a couple good midsection kicks. Roy had hit a couple good hits. Second round comes out, and Roy Nelson, I mean, he just comes at him. He hits him with a couple of those famous combos, man. Knocks him down on the ground, and this is where we come into a little drama this week. He doesn't believe that it was stopped quick enough. He hits him, knocks him down flat back on his back, and he hits him a couple times while looking at the ref. And it was Big John McCarthy, who's like been with the UFC since UFC 2 in 1994. So he's like one of the most renowned refs there are in martial arts. Anyway, he wins the fight finally, walks away, starts flipping off the ref, comes back, kicks him in the ass.
So Roy Nelson kicks. What's the ref's name again?
It's they call him Big John McCarthy. John McCarthy. Yeah.
Roy Nelson kicks John McCarthy in the ass because he didn't think he stopped it soon enough, essentially?
Yeah, well, here's the thing. Roy Nelson and Bigfoot Silva are they're friends in real life.
That's nice.
This makes me like Roy Nelson even more, you know, unfortunate, like the whole event. I mean, he didn't want to keep doing damage to the guy, and I mean the post-fight conference was pretty cool. He was just saying, like, you know, like, that's a guy that I like. Why cause more damage when he didn't need to get hit again? And I mean, I see it, you know, and I understand the frustration. I mean, they're all hopped up, they're fighting. I mean, what more do you need to be like to get your like mentality all stirred up and uneven? You know, I mean, it's excusable almost to me, but not apparently to Dana White. And he commented on a show that he thinks that Roy Nelson should be buried. That's literally a quote.
Whoa.
He says, you do not fucking put your hands on a referee at any time. And so it's not up to him. It's up to the athletic commission. So we'll see how it goes. But he thinks that he's going to get hammered, which I'm fucking pissed about because Roy Nelson's 40 years old. You take a couple years away from a fighter and you're fucking them because they're not going to train as hard while they know they're fucking suspended. They're not going to put in as much. And I mean, I'd hate to see a guy like Roy Nelson of his caliber fall off when he could come back and get a title run again. You never know.
True.
He's ranked 10th right now in the division of heavyweights, but we'll see where that goes.
Well, I mean, Dana White's probably concerned for his employees because I'm sure he employs the refs, right?
And and you're talking about a guy that's been around since the beginning, so I see where the loyalty goes. And he even said that on his show. He's been around a lot fucking longer than Roy fucking Nelson. That was an exact quote as well.
Well, that and I would also think that he's considering the fact that this might set a precedent. You know, you don't want your refs scared going into the ring that if you make a call against someone, they're going to get pissed off, turn around and hit you because those guys are tanks.
Dude, you're talking about they should be registered weapons. That whole thing's a myth, but like fucking A, they're lethal. They're trained fucking assassins, basically. They're trained to fucking register you unconscious. They're trained to hurt you.
It's not a myth
in many ways
to register your body's parts as weapons. My right foot's registered as a weapon, but just the right one.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I want to see proof.
I got that document. It's somewhere. It's in a drawer.
Yeah, forward it to my secretary.
Yeah, definitely. It'll be in crayon and marker.
So another fight that we had on that same card, we had two great fights, in my opinion. I mean, you guys might, have other fighters that everybody chooses their own fighters that they like. I love it all. I do watch a lot of it. So
I was a big Forrest Griffin fan. He was one.
Oh man,
I really liked.
Loved Forrest Griffin. He was a former cop. Nevada, I think I'm not sure, don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure he was in Nevada, Las Vegas police officer, but he was a police officer somewhere. And I like that idea more, like guys coming out of jobs like that, just like fucking wrecking shop. And I mean, he really brought the Superman punch to the game. It became mainstream.
And he had a hell of a reach with both arms and legs.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I loved Forrest.
I wonder. We should find out if he went back to the Force.
That's a good question. We'll have to do a follow-up on Forrest next time we break into the green corner, because I would love to find out.
UFC cop coming at you.
Right in your face.
Oh, no, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Because Mirko Krokop was also police, but let's not go into the whole thing. We're going to do a segment on all the military and police officers next time.
I like that. Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, I would really like to figure out how many guys, because I know a lot of guys are. We'll cover. You know what we'll do? We'll do a weird past careers of some of these guys, because I know there's some past NFL guys, random sports coming over. You never know. Just like how we talk about Brock Lesnar is a crossover. There's a lot of guys coming from random places that decide to fight, and I think that's awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Pull it off. But let's get back to the fight night. Chris Cyborg fought, which everybody. The Cyborg has a ton of hype behind her. She's a monster. She's a Brazilian again. Brazilians are always successful in UFC. They're trained killers. I'm convinced. I'll stereotype that. All right. I will never fuck with a Brazilian. But she fought Lena Landsberg, who's not as known. And this is Cyborg's second fight in the UFC, by the way. Which she had to make a weight cut. Let's start there. She had to make a weight cut. Cyborg's naturally 160, 165, and she had to cut down to 140. 140 to 145 pounds.
That's a lot of weight.
Yeah, man. And you can go online and see a lot of the shit she had to go through. I mean, they had her in saunas for the whole day. They had her doing crazy soccer routines and a sweat setup with a tracksuit over it. Craziness, just trying to sweat it out. And when she weighed in, man, at the final weigh-in, she looked like she could barely get up the 4 steps to get on stage.
She's probably super dehydrated.
And as soon as she got off, man, they handed her a fucking giant bottle, and she was chugging that shit.
Oh my god!
So, man, goes into the respect that I have for these fucking fighters. They put their bodies through hell just to entertain us all.
Yeah, but they should really like figure out a way that they don't have to like wreck themselves in order to get to like it's just so it's so arbitrary to be like, all right, as long as the both of you weigh 145 pounds, like you'll be able to fight. Like if one of you weighs 1 pound more, but you're both willing, like you can't. Like,
A lot of people believe that you should be able to take on fights, different weight classes. It should just be up to the fighters, you know, especially if it's not for a title. Like, why not? Like, the discretion of the fighters should be all overriding everything.
And then you got people like me who say, you know what, if they want to fight 2, 3 people, a bear, throw some knights in. All you got to do is just keep amping it up. As long as people are willing to do it, like, this is America. Like,
for the people.
Let's sign some waivers, baby. Get this televised.
But freaking so Cyborg, you know, of course we see a one-sided fight here. Cyborg is fighting a girl that has a 3-1 record, I believe. So she is a newcomer to the sport. She's done pretty well, but no match for the Cyborg.
Oh no. Doing the robot afterward.
Man,
like
we get some takedowns in this match. Oh man, like a monster, like robotic strength. You know, like she just like lifts the girl up and then throws her on the ground. Man, starts ground and pounding. Oh, it's terrible.
Yeah, no, I don't want that. I was imagining the ring for a second and just her throwing the other girl around.
Round 2, 229, game over.
Oh, man.
And the second fight, and the first fight ended against Leslie Smith, who's Cyborg fought at UFC 198. That ended in the first round, man. So, I mean, she's got a good start. Now, a lot of people think that they should make a weight class at 145 for Cyborg alone, because she's brought so much hype. Everybody loves her. She's doing a hell of a reception with crowd. Huge fan base already. I mean, I would love to see them expand the women's classes again anyway. I mean, why not? Get more fighters.
And it just seems healthier, man. Like, to not have to cut that weight. If you're normal walking around with, like, your bones weigh something. Your eyes, your brain. Like, you need all these things. And, like, then they're just trimming off all the water and all the fat possible. Like, and, I mean, they're toned. And I know they know what they're doing for the most part. But it still can get dangerous.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And isn't the weigh-in not on the same day as the fight?
Yeah, no, I believe the weigh-in is the day before the fights always.
Okay, so yeah, it's not like you could do much between the two except like rehydrate all the water you just drained.
Yeah, exactly, which is fine. You're not going to, you know, it would not be the best interest to go ahead and stuff your face and eat huge meals in between weigh-in and the fight.
Right.
But, so, I mean, talking about the mainstream thing, a lot of the reason that it's not even as mainstream as it should be, MMA and UFC, is because of the legal matters, which allegedly is due to some shiesty dealings with Nevada, the gaming commission, somehow, allegedly. But anyway, so we finally got it legalized in New York, and we're going to have one of the first events coming up with the UFC. UFC 205 is going to happen at MSG. Which Madison Square Garden is like, you know, the house.
That's awesome.
It's great to have it finally come home.
It's going to draw a crowd.
To New York. Yeah, man. And this is going to be one of the greatest cards ever. First off, the headliner is Conor McGregor versus Eddie Alvarez, which, I mean, that's going to be amazing. What we have going on there is Conor's getting the chance to get a second title, which is so unfair. So terrible, man. I don't understand why when Jose Aldo is still the interim champion, like they still have to fight for who truly is the champion of the featherweight division. Jeez. So technically there's two champions, but Conor gets to walk around with the belt.
So he might get 2 belts.
Yeah, so he might have 2 belts by the time that we finally get to settle this whole thing out. Which I'm going to cover a little thing about how Aldo is not too happy about that.
I would imagine.
He wants out of the contract, and Dana White's like refusing to let him out. It's kind of shitty.
He's got him by the balls.
Yeah, it's like, it is disrespect because, by the way, this has been going on since before the Diaz fights. So, I mean, we're talking quite a bit that this has been waiting to get settled out, who the true champion is. But anyway, so we're gonna have a fight for the lightweight title, which odds are McGregor is gonna win. Statistically, he's a more experienced fighter,
and he's favored.
It looks better for him. He's favored in it by odds in Vegas already. So I mean, it's not looking good. The press conference was a typical shit talking show, which I always enjoy. Like I said. You know, McGregor,
that's always fun.
He's always bringing entertainment, man. He always has his mouth running. He brings out the funniest things in the other fighters.
He's ready to, he's always kind of snapping back at him and, just ready to, I don't know, he's got that wit about him, sort of.
Yeah, oh yeah, man. Somebody coached this guy. Fucking, he is excellent in the fucking show.
The way that he
put him out there on a mic anytime, he's fine.
The way that he snaps back, if he ever stops doing that after a fight, we know something happened. You know?
Oh man, yeah. One of the reporters had asked him, and they were like, "What are you gonna do if you get the belt?" He's like, "I'll fucking wrap one belt on this arm. Well, wrap one belt on this arm. And you're gonna need a fucking army to take these belts from me."
Damn. I mean, we were talking about UFC Army earlier.
Yeah, man. Oh my god.
Because you said they had 500, over 500?
500 and I think it's either 574 or 594 fighters on contract. Which, that's crazy. That's, it's probably averaging about, 70 per weight class, divided upon men. And
you can make a good there's gonna be couple battalions.
Either way. Oh, my God. Yeah. So, you add the zombie apocalypse to that, and then what the fuck kind of movie could we create?
Or video game.
Maybe a video game. Maybe a movie. I don't know.
We're just putting it out there. Using UFC as the army. And actually, you know what? We should be watching out for this. This might be Dana White's plan. He's just going to assemble all of the strongest people into a personal army, and he'll say, hey, it's in your contract.
He started the original Green Team. What are we thinking?
Oh,
he
man.
bought the UFC, and then he decided, I'm just going to gather the elite among fucking human beings.
It's like the League of Extraordinary ass kickers.
But, I mean, so UFC 205 it's dubbed the best card of all time.
It's
going to be great, man. Tyrone Woodley versus Stephen Thompson for, what is that? That's the welterweight title, which Tyrone just got that. It's going to be great. I kind of like the guy. He's actually a sportscaster on Fox Sports, which I had watched a few things with him. I thought that was pretty cool. I like when guys are, champion and still doing something else, like we talked about with Stipe.
Oh yeah, we'll have that whole. I like that segment idea you were talking about.
I can't wait to get into that segment.
That's gonna be fun.
I'm gonna do some deep research for that. Yeah, but we got Chris Weidman versus Yoel Romero. That's gonna be a great fight. We have 3 title fights. Joanna Jed. I'm gonna shorten the names because these 2 Polish girls are wonderful, but I will butcher it, even though I've heard their names. It's no disrespect. Carolina Kowalski.
Okay, I'll give it to you.
So we're gonna see a women's title fight as well. But anyway, we got Tim Kennedy versus Rashad Evans. Which Rashad Evans is Sugar Rashad is another one of my favorite fighters. He's getting older, so we're not gonna see him for too much longer.
And then you got Freedom
I hope he
fighting
gets a couple more wins.
Then you got Freedom fighting Tim Kennedy.
Oh my God, yeah. Well, we always love him. We'll always love Tim Kennedy. We need to figure out if he really is related to Jamie Kennedy.
Yeah, or the Kennedys.
We got Donald the Cowboy Cerrone versus Kelvin Gastelum, which that's going to be another one. We even got Freddie Edgars on the card, which this is packed, man. It's packed. Misha Tate's there.
Oh, nice.
It's gonna be a very entertaining card. I think we're looking at about 12 fights in general, especially if you have the UFC Fight Pass, which they kind of do that shiesty thing and make you buy that to get the whole spiel of the night. But either way, I'm looking forward to it. It's the best card since Brock Lesnar came back, for my opinion.
I'll definitely be finding an establishment with beer, wings, and a Fight Pass.
Oh, yeah, man. That's the best way to do it, because fucking $70 a pay-per-view, guys. Come on now. You wonder why there's motherfucking digital pirates.
I gotta talk to this bar down the street here. They gotta get it together. I'm not gonna name them. I don't want to do them dirty like that. I like them, but they stopped serving wings at 9. They closed down the kitchen at 9. And
What?
And they don't have an NFL pass so that they can have the East Coast games. So I'm like missing all my Eagles games. I couldn't watch the Patriots. I couldn't watch the Giants. All I wanted to do was have a beer, have chicken wings, watch the football game. I called ahead of time. Nothing. I'm ranting. But make sure you find a place with Fight Pass if you don't have it yourself.
Yeah, there is quite a few chain brands that actually do it.
I'll give a good shout out. Usually Buffalo Wild Wings, they'll have a Fight Pass.
That place with boobies called Hooters.
There you go. Their wings are good. I'm telling you. We were talking about this. You don't trust me.
See, I'm a Hooters virgin. I haven't been there. I don't buy into stereotypes. I'm not gonna go pay to look at some boobies.
But you see more at the beach than you even do at Hooters. I don't understand. I'm there for wings.
True, I guess movies and cinema and news and all the lovely culture has like just dubbed it as dirty and creepy to me.
Right.
I'll check it out.
I swear.
I just couldn't imagine good food, but I mean, if you're telling me it's there, I'm gonna pay. I'm gonna trust you. I'm gonna go there.
I say
I'm
give
gonna have
it a
some
shot.
wings. I'm gonna have some blue cheese.
You know what?
Check it out.
If a place,
I'll enjoy the environment.
I would go as far as to say that if a place is serving wings, give them a try. You're like, because then you get a sort of lay of the land. You know, you find what place actually doesn't. Because I don't know about you, but for wings, I like them crispy and not slimy. That's like a big key. They can't have that like greasiness to them, you know.
Yes. Oh my God, crispy wings. Oh, dude, I think you're gonna set me on a hunt for the perfect wing tonight after the show, because now I've got the craving for wings, man.
A little blue cheese on a little BC on the side.
Oh,
a little ranch for the
extra
dip.
Spicy.
A little celery and carrot
crispy.
sticks. All right, now that we've made everyone hungry. that was it for Green Corner, right? We wrapped it up.
That's a wrap.
All right, we can move on to something a little more spooky. Cue the spooky music. All right, now that we did that. The next segment that we want to bring you is part of our Halloween segments. Throughout October, we're going to try and find some creepy things that we can tell you guys about that you may not have known.
Keep it motherfucking festive.
Hell yeah. Now, this one's kind of personal. If anyone's familiar with the New York area, specifically the Hudson Valley area where me and Matt grew up, this is where this all takes place. This kind of is wrapped around something that I always heard as a kid. There was a town just to the east of our town called Pleasant Valley. Now, this town, sounds great. And it actually is a pretty great town. I've driven through there plenty of times. I'm sure you
Not
too.
much of a town.
Yeah,
Not much of a town.
It's kind of small. It's more residential than anything. There's like a small plaza.
Farmland.
Yep. Now, Pleasant Valley, before it was Pleasant Valley, was technically Clinton, which is also a town that still exists. Before Pleasant Valley existed, Clinton subsisted of what is now High Park and Pleasant Valley. Now, in 1821, before the split of Clinton into these two other towns, which are now known as High Park and Pleasant Valley, there was a land pact that came up. It was called the Great Nine Partners Patent. Now, this was amended several times. It was originally put forth in 1697, before our country was even founded, where they split up a bunch of the big pacts of land that the Native American tribes owned, and they created what now is the towns that you and me grew up and rode around in cars and,
Yeah.
So, in 1821, there's another breakup that they want to do, as I said before, where they want to break up Clinton into two extra towns. And one man named Henry Dodson, who was a town committee member in what is now Pleasant Valley, at the time Clinton, he was objecting against this this merger, and he must have had some clout because he ended up dead.
Oh God.
So they have
Dude got dead.
they're gonna have this merger. He's speaking out against it as a town committee member. Someone doesn't like it. They're like, we got to get this Dodson guy out of here.
This fucking asshole needs to get clipped.
and they ended up finding him brutally slain, with rumors that he had opposed the patent on grounds of dubious legality. So I'm sure there was some shady crap going on in terms of like the land deals that eventually created mine and yours hometown, which is pretty interesting.
Needless to say, nobody else opposed the dealings.
Yeah, everyone was kind of cool with it after that. It was really like everyone was
They're like, nah, you're good, man. You're good. I'm down with the deal.
Anyone object to this land pact? Speak now.
How about you, Larry?
You in the back?
Well, how do you feel?
No, I'm all right. I'm cool.
You're cool. Do what you gotta do.
So Henry Dodson ends up murdered. They still want to split these towns, but this horrible murder is like gripping the populace at the time, which is all of like 3,000 people or so, I think.
Wow. Wait, what time is this? This is still 1800s, right?
This is around 1821.
That's, wow, 3,000? That's a lot. I feel like fucking Pleasant Valley has like maybe 3,000 now, but I could be wrong.
Some of the stats that I've found say that the population in 2010, the last census, there we go, was 9,672 people in Pleasant Valley.
Oh, okay.
So it was like a third of the size of what it is now, and it's already kind of small from what we said before.
Yeah, it's really small.
So everyone's like, who the fuck murdered this guy? Who murdered the town councilman? I can't find a damn thing.
Dobson.
That's just it. Henry Dodson. I've been going through obituaries.
Oh, Dodson. I'm
D-O-D-
thinking of like the Jurassic Park guy.
There you go. It was a T-Rex or a
Dobson here. We got
Compy.
Dobson here.
So
nobody cares.
So yeah, well, apparently that's what happened because they've never made any mention. They said that he was just essentially killed, and that was it. There was never any mention of who did it, and I'm sure there's a reason behind that.
Swept under the carpet. Connections, baby.
Henry Dodson, we haven't forgotten you or your murder. We're on the case, I guess. We're going to keep maybe looking into this. I don't know, in my spare time. I'll let you guys know if we find anything
we'll check it
interesting.
out. Maybe we'll avenge your murder.
If you know anything about the Henry Dodson murder, you filthy murderers, then post on our Facebook page.
It's funny, it's dubbed Clinton. I mean, allegedly I hear the Clintons are involved in some murders, but I mean, we're not going to touch that here.
Oh, man. Uh-oh, that's a different show. So the whole reason this place gets called Pleasant Valley is because of this murder. They decide to name this new town Pleasant Valley, sort of to like we said before, sweep it under the rug. And like hopefully everyone will forget that we murdered the guy that didn't want to make this place a town.
Yeah, let's entice people to move here.
Which, you know what? For the murder that's happened there, I'd still move to Pleasant Valley. It's a nice place.
It's really quiet.
They've done a great job sweeping this under the rug. I don't think anyone that lives there now.
Pleasant Valley.
I don't think anyone that lives there now is complicit. So.
Well, I think we're gonna wrap it up at that.
Yeah.
I think, right? Yeah, I think that's it.
That's definitely it.
Hey, thank you, everybody. Again, we appreciate you listening to any episode, every episode, whatever you want to do it.
Yeah, get at us on Facebook, American Soccer Podcast at Facebook, American Soccer Podcast on Instagram.
Check out that Insta.
AMERSLKR Podcast at Twitter, and American Soccer Podcast on gmail.com or at gmail.com.
Yeah, hit us up on every one of them, 2, 3, whatever you choose. Hey, Let us know what you're thinking. We want to hear from you guys.
Oh, and please be sure to try and write a review for us. That definitely helps in terms of getting more people to listen. And if you can give us 5 stars in iTunes or Stitcher, that would be awesome.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, that's it.
That's it. Actually, I wanted to try out another tagline. How about, well, there you go.
Hey, well, there you go.
Or eat your meatballs.
All right, I'm not with that one.
What about...
Let's revert back to the first one. I don't like where this is going.
Go green.
All right, people. That's it.
That's it. I guess that's it.